Hey guys, here is another option for my planner journey. This one is the Get to Work book, and I'm just going to go ahead and get it out of the box. Elise from Get to Work, she sent this to me, very kind of her to help us with our planner journey. So she sent me a little note. Let's say big things happen one day at a time. That is so true. She sent me a little note and a thank you card. It has all these really cool sayings. Start today, do the work. Let's see, good ideas, trust your process. This I like. That's really cool. I'm gonna keep this on my desk here, or my workstation. What do you call this? Like it's not a table. It's like I don't even know what to call it. One day I'll have to film my studio so you can see, but it's like it reminds me of a kitchen island. I mean, I've designed it myself, and it's got shelves, and it's got pull-out drawers. It's got all kinds of stuff, but it's taller. I don't even know what to call it. Anyway, enough rambling about that. So here it is. This is the Get to Workbook planner, and I think it comes in black cover and craft color, which it's really super sturdy. That is some thick covers. I like it. It's not plastic coated or anything, but I think that's totally fine. It seems like it's going to be a really good and sturdy cover. And it's all neutral, which I like. Again, I really like the neutral stuff because that way I can add color and it's not going to compete with, you know, anything that's already in this planner. So this one is a 12-month calendar or planner, which is good. Look how thick that is. Goodness gracious. Okay, so we got a few of those little blank pages. Big things happen one day at a time. And then it starts off with like a year at a glance, like a goal thing, it kind of looks like. I kind of like that. That's pretty cool. And then a reflect and goal set. I wonder what this was meant to be for. Just kind of important things that are going to happen each month, I guess. So I like that. And then here is, it's a rip out, like a tear out type situation. And it says nobody cares about almost. And then it has the month of July. And then there's like a little box down here that says this month is all about. So that's kind of cool. You can tear that out and hang it up in your studio. That's kind of neat. And then here is the month tab. So it is like a really thick cardstock, and it's a grid, which I love. And then there's the month. Looks nice. Everything's kind of gray toned, so nothing is gonna, you know, interfere with any coloring that I might put on here. And then there's the weekly. Oh, look, it has like a grid on the bottom. Check that out, right? That's so cool. And then the days, there's a gray and a white on each day, and this is a vertical, which I haven't used a vertical yet, so we'll see how this works out. On the side here it says action items this week, so there's 3 boxes, so that's kind of cool. And on the top there's like 3 boxes. I don't know, I guess you could use your to-do, what the important things you need to do today or that day or whatever. So that's kind of cool. So of course there's a page per week. And then, oh, at the end of the month, oh, there's another project page. Okay, I love that. Okay. It's got grid here and a whole page grid, and then action item boxes and deadlines and project. I like that because sometimes projects take a long time to bring to fruition, so I think that's a really good idea. I like that. And then there's the grid paper, and then the reflect paper page. Reflect and goal set. Last month's wins, still in progress, to let go of. Oh, that's a good one. To think on, to work on, to complete. That's good, to reflect on what you were wanting to get done this past month and still need to get done and need to, you know, finish up in the next month. So I like that. It's kind of a reminder, like, hey, check yourself, sister. Okay. And then there's another quote that you rip out if you want to. I like that. I think I'll probably leave it in. It says do the work and then grid. I like that these are cardstock. A couple pages in there are thick cardstock. I like it that the month page is thick. Okay, so then there's all the months. This one started in July of 2016 and ends in June 2017. So that's cool. And then what's in the back here? Okay, the same thing that's on every month. Okay, then we have additional project sheets. That's so cool. So if I have like one that I'm working on for 6 months or know that it's going to take 6 months, I can use one of these back pages, which I've had that happen before. Matter of fact, one of my recent releases took me a very long time to complete. So, oh, and then there's just grid paper. I like. And then there's the 2017-2018 at a glance yearly. That's cool. And then the back page says, big things happen one day at a time. And then that's it. So it's good, big, sturdy. I like it. I like the way the paper feels for the weekly. Seems like it might be slightly thin, but we'll see. I'm going to get some pens out to test out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've gathered some pens. One thing I know for sure is that my Pilot Friction is not one that I'm going to be using in my planners, because I do want to use like watercolor and stuff like that in them. So we discovered that this isn't. It's great if you're not going to put any wet media in there, and if you're not going to use a heat gun in your planner. So I'm not even going to try this one out in here. I know it writes beautifully, but I'm not even going to try. So that one's out. So let me flip to a page first so that when I grab them I want to skip the cardstocky pages. Let's start in June. July 4th. Let's start there. Even though today is technically let's see, what's today? Today is the 18th. So we're going to start on a page that's not going to be affected by anything. So first thing I'm going to try, of course, is my Sharpie. So I'm looking for like bleed through and stuff like that. So I'm just going to write Sharpie and check on bleed through. It's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Let me get it closer to you. So you can't hardly see. And it is, it's a Sharpie. Sharpies bleed through everything. But like I said, I love my Sharpies. And then the next one of my other favorites, is the one from Pilot that JetPens sent me. It's got the dual end. There's a nib, and then there's like a brush type situation. So I'm going to write on here Pilot. I really like this. I need to check and see if there is other colors, because this one's really cool. This one might only be in black. I'm not real sure. So, ooh. I wonder if that bled through any. It looks like it would. You can see through it a little bit, see through the page, but it's not too bad. It didn't bleed through like the Sharpie did, so that's kind of cool. So this one's okay. And then, do you remember JetPens also sent me this one, the Touch, that I said I really, really liked? Well, I went and purchased the set of 12. I think it's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. There's 12 in the set. Well, so I went ahead and got them all. And I'll put the links to the JetPens pens in the description box below. I'll also put a link to the Get to Work book. So anyway, so I bought a set of 12 because I really liked them that much. So let's see what the black looks like in here. And this just says Touch. It's a Pentel Touch, but I'm going to write Touch. So I just love it. It's just so cool. I love these these pens. So that one you can see through just a little bit, but not too terribly much. And then let's see what else. I'm going to try the Papermate Flair on here. And, you know, this is kind of like a Sharpie type deal, so I think if it doesn't bleed, and it doesn't bleed through like the Sharpie does. The Sharpie's the only one that really actually has bled through so far. So maybe I'll replace my Sharpie with the Papermate Flair, because these are pretty inexpensive, I believe. And then let's see. Oh, I didn't try this one out in my, I have in my other planner. This is a Uniball Signo, and I had like a bright pink one in my stash of pens that I decided to go ahead and try. So I did, and they write so smooth, and they are water resistant. So what I did was I searched for when I found a whole set of them. How many was in here? This is what the, this was in the packaging right there. Let me grab them. There were all of these. I'm pretty sure that's it. All of these in a package. I got them at Staples. It seems like there were more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There might have been. I might have moved one to another space. But anyway, so these are water resistant, fade resistant, and fraud resistant, or protection against those 3 things. So I love these. They write so nice, so lovely. So, and they're waterproof, and I'll show you that here in a little while. Let's see. Oh, and then the Tombow. Remember, they sent me a Tombow, and I said I need to get some more. I did. I got me this many. I didn't get a black. I don't know what I was thinking. But Tombow, right? So I'm going to try this one out. Tombow. I'm going to use both ends and see if how much it goes through. Hopefully not. Oh, it didn't. Not really. I don't know how well you can see that because it's such a white paper, but so those are lovely. And then what else did I want to try? I had them all sitting here, and seems like I've missed. Oh, my watercolor. Duh. So I'm going to try my watercolor on here as well. This is just a Tim Holtz fine detailer tip or whatever that's already got water in it, and then my Artist Loft cheapy $5 from Michael's watercolor paints. And I'm gonna give this a whirl and see how it does. Okay. Goes on there pretty good. I like it. Okay. Let's see what it looks like before I dry it. Ooh, the paper didn't really warp that much. Let me give it a dry and I'll be right back. Okay, it looks good. It looks really good on this paper, that watercolor does. Holy smokes, I like it. It looks really, really, really good. Very little warping of the paper, which is awesome. So now I'm going to give it a test, the waterproofness, water resistant, see what happens on this paper with my water brush. Obviously the Sharpie's not going to move. The palette didn't move. That palette didn't move. Now I know the touch is going to move. Yeah, so I got to be careful when I'm using the touch. The Flair, just a little bit. Isn't that funny? The Flair looks like it has more of a purpley blue undertone. Okay, and here's the Signo. Whoops, I still had some black on my, that's not fair. Let me write it again. Let me let it dry and write it again. Let's see if it smudges. I had black on my thing. It's not fair. Okay. And the Tombow doesn't move too bad. It does, but not too bad. And then, of course, the watercolor. So let me hit that with my heat gun real quick before I test that Signo. Okay, let's try it now. just ever so slightly, if that. Maybe not anything. But you know, I have an observation about this touch up here. Even though the ink moved, the actual writing didn't. Does that make sense? So you can write whatever, and if you wanted to give it a cool little something something to add, you know, more color or whatever, you could do that. Let's try it. Let's just see. Let's pick a color. Let's do pink. So I think I'm just going to go write the word pink like that. And then I'm just going to drag the color. Look it, that looks so cool. It really gives it a little something something without adding too much effort. I like it. Let me dry it. I'll be right back. All right, I like it. I think everything wrote on here really nice, really lovely, really smooth. There's not too much warping on the page, but I don't mind that at all. I think that I like that actually. I like that. The page is getting all warped looking. One thing you may have noticed when I showed you the initial flip through of the book is there are no stickers, which some of you might be like, oh well, then it's out for me. For me, it's not out. I don't know if I really care for all the colorful stickers because they may not be the colors that I'm wanting to use, or they may not have the words on there that I'm wanting to or needing or whatever. Like for example, there aren't any stickers that say YouTube on my other planner, so, and that's important, trying to plan out my YouTube videos and see, you know, what I've got going on for the week or the month or the next month. But there's also a big difference in price point. So this one is a lot cheaper than the Erin Condren one, like half the price, I think. I did not pay for this. She did send this to me, and the Erin Condren was also sent to me. So I just wanted to let you know that. But this one is more affordable than the Erin Condren, and it's more simple, I guess. And I kind of like that, actually. Kind of like the simple. But, okay, so when I was playing with my other planner, I started to get used to the thought of stickers. So I thought, how am I going to remedy that for this? And, you know, different little ideas. So, of course, you know, there's all kinds of tutorials out there for different things that you can do. You know, your DIY things. So I thought I would check some of that out. And what I think I'm going to do is, let me grab them and I'll be right back. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do, like when I'm planning a big project, like for example, my Paper Dream printable that I just released, I have got a ton of videos that I have to make for this. So what I think I'm going to do is, like for example, this planner has the grid paper in the beginning of the month, or the project planning at the at the end of the month or whatever. But since it's July, I'm going to use this one. I think what I'm going to do is I grab me some Avery multi-use labels, the round, the circle, the 3/4 inch round. I wish there were some that were a little smaller, but I can only find this size. I mean, these are removable. So I think what I'm going to do is, first let me grab a piece of cardstock. Well, this one will work. I am going to, these have these really nifty removable sections here, so you're just left with the dot. I'm going to try it both ways. Let's do one removing this and one not. I think, excuse me, I think I'm going to spray them with my homemade India ink sprays. I'll put a link to this video in the description box below, but I'm going to spray them the same colors that I used to make my background here. So I'm going to, let's just do one at a time. So I'm going to use the purple, and I'm going to use, is that the right one? I can't tell. No, that's got powder. I'm going to use the brown color, and I'm going to use the blue. And it seems like I used the pink. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start with, I'm going to have to work a little quick because this is just paper. I don't know how long I'm going to get them wet just a little bit. Then I'm just going to add my sprays to them. and just see what happens. I mean, I already like the way they look kind of splotchy. Add a little bit of purple, maybe a little bit of blue, pink, right? And then I'm going to let them dry or hit or take a heat gun to them, one of the two. Let me do it. Let me do the heat gun. I'll be right back. Okay, so check this out. That's pretty cool looking, right? I like them. So I'm gonna blot. It looks like what's left on the sticker back there is still not 100% dry. But yeah, those turned out really cool. And I thought the heat gun would mess with them a little bit, but they didn't. So let's try doing the same thing without taking that backing off and see if it matters. I know, I feel like I'm gonna ruin them by getting them wet, but I don't think so. You know what else I'm gonna do too? I'm going to do this in stages this time, I think, and let's see if it matters. Okay, I got one layer dry. Now let's add some water again. And then some purple. Maybe not go so heavy-handed with it this time. Alright, and then this time I'm going to add some blue. And maybe since I just did it in the corner there, I'll add the pink up top here. Whoa. Okay, so now that one's all dry and it looks really pretty. I don't know why it fascinates me every time. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that backer part off there. Backer? No, whatever's surrounding the circle stickers. Oh, they look so pretty. Oh, I like. Hang on, I got sticky stuff all over me. So check out the two different ones. I actually think I like this way better, the second way better. I feel like they did more what I wanted it to do on the look. Okay, so I get sidetracked so easy. So my thought was to do it like this. So this says, on the top here it says date and project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the paper dream up at top there, and then I think what I would like to do is take my little stickers I just made here and whoa, look at me all shaky. I've had 2.5 cups of coffee this morning. Put a sticker down, and then I'm going to list what I need to film. So I need to do a face intro. Obviously, I've already done that because, you know, it is on YouTube already. And then I can just write face intro, and then I can jot a few notes down of what I think I'm going to add into that. So then on the little dot here, I can write face intro. Why as I say face intro is because my face is in front of the camera. And then I can go down and put another dot. Try to be neat about this because I want it to, it doesn't have to be super neat, but I think it'll look pretty cool. So then the next one is just the, let's see, I would write template intro. / workbook, right? So then I'm just going to write regular intro on here, or just intro, and then I can write my notes about what I want to include in that video, right? And then put another one of these down. I love the grid. That is genius. Genius, genius, right? Put another one down, and then this one will be the first page in the 6x6. And then I can jot my notes down for that. So I'm going to write down here 6x6, first page. Right? Okay, so now why am I doing this, right? So then I thought I could do that. I could make me a whole list there. And then when when I film, I might not be able to get these suckers out my fingernails. Let me get my craft knife here. These are removable, so when I film this, obviously, again, this one's already filmed, but I could take that sticker and I could be like, oh look, here's when I'm going to film that on that day, or here's when I want to film that on this day. So I think that might be kind of fun. Plus it'll be really pretty and colorful, and I can write all my notes down that I need. So that'd be cool. I think that's a good idea, right? What do you think? So I'll let you know how that all works out, because I think that would be fun. I really do. I think it'd be nice and pretty and colorful, and it'd be ready to go. So that it'll be easy for me to just go through and add the stickers when I want, to put it on the days that I think I want to film, and that way I can change it around if I need to. So that's a good idea. I like that. I like that a lot. Good idea. Here's another idea for using the Avery, these are the multi-use labels, removable. They're just the tiny, teeny, tiny ones. I sprayed them with the green India ink spray, and the reason I did that is because I have a grandpuppy, and my son and his fiance, they named her Zoe, and they've got a pink and green collar on her, and I thought it would be fun to, I get her on Monday and Thursday because they work all day long, and she's a puppy, so she needs, she needs some interaction, so I go get her on their long days. So I thought it would be fun to color coordinate these teeny little labels here for the month, and I put her name on them, Zoe, so it says on there that those, Zoe, and I know that it's her. I can see green, bam. So I didn't put it over here yet, but I thought that was a cute idea, so I thought I would share that with you really quick. Okay, I have one more idea that I want to share with you. This one, like I said, doesn't come with stickers, and it doesn't come with a pouch or anything like that. But if I'm going to have these types of little things just sitting around, I need to have a place to put them. So I just accidentally discovered that, not really accidentally, I mean, I kind of, or sort of accidentally, I have a pouch. Oh, what did I just do with it? Of course I moved it, of course. Well, hang on, let me find it. I'll be right back. Okay, so this happens to me all the time. I'm searching for what I'm looking for. You should see my space right now. There is this much space cleaned off. And this much. Anyway, looking. Where to go? Here it is. Right here. Right inside the book. Don't know why I stuck it there. This is something I made a long time ago. I forget where it was in a book that I'd made, and you all remember my flowers. So anyway, I discovered that the Bind It All, the Zetter Bind It All, is the exact same spacing as this planner. So I'm going to make myself a pouch. So what that was is a Post-it pocket is what it's called, and I think what they're really meant for is they have like a removable sticky back here that you could stick it down to whatever, but I'm going to be using it in a slightly different way, so I'm not going to do that because I want to be able to remove it and put it anywhere I want it, so it depends on the month or whatever. So again, this is a Post-it. It comes in a pack of 3. I don't remember how much they were, but it has this really cool closure, hose it nice and tight, but I got them at Staples. So I think all I'm going to do is I'm just going to punch it. I'm just going to go. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to hope I'm punching on the right end here. I don't know which side I want to start on. Let's see. Well, let's just start right here. And hopefully, oh, I better put the, oh, it's out. haven't cleaned this in a while. I bet it didn't cut clear through. No, it didn't. Okay. I need to clean it out. It's not wanting to go all the way through and on a certain one, like right there. So, let me move it over just a hair. There it goes. Ah, well that one cut clean through for some reason. Alrighty. So then all you have to do is do a little snip on each one. See, this is pretty sturdy plastic, so it should be fine to go in and out of the planner is what my thought is. Right? So I thought, okay, now I can put my little stickies in here. Just like that. Close it up and then just have it in here ready. So let me insert this. Right? So now I have me a very slim pouch. Can't even tell it's there really. A very slim pouch that I can remove and say, okay, well, July's done, so let's put it in front of August or wherever you want to stick it. Do you know what I'm saying? And then you just stick it back in there. So some other ideas, instead of if you don't have this kind of pouchy thing, is a lot of us have these stamp pockets, these Avery stamp pockets. There's many brands. You know, they'll fit into that too. And you can just punch holes in the side of it. You may not be able to close it, but it'll fit in there too, and you wouldn't have to have a closure at all if you didn't want one. And then, of course, there's the glassine bags. They hose it beautifully, and you punch it and stick it in there, and it has a nice sound and feel. So there's some options for you. Another thing I wanted to point out before I finish off this video is her weeks, which I love this because the book is called Get to Work Book, right? So her weeks start with Monday. So you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now, you know, you all know exactly what I'm talking about. Your Thursday, your week starts to wind down into like the weekend. I try not to work as much Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because it seems like I work all the time Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I try to spend more time with the family on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It doesn't always work, but I try. So I really like that this could be like play page and this could be work page, even though Thursday's over here. But I really like that it starts on a Monday. So well done, Elise. That was a good touch. So all in all, I like it so far. I really like it. I like that everything is so neutral and I can add my own pops of color. I really dig that. The circles might be too big for my idea here, but I'm going to do it and see. I can always change to the smaller square like I did for Zoe, her little square stickers. I can always do that. But I really like it. I'm really liking this. So again, thank you, Elise from Get to Work Book, for sending me this planner, and I look forward to playing with it. So you guys let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.